When it comes to towing, seeing is believing. That's why Chevy Truck's advanced camera technology offers up to 8 available cameras for 14 unique views, so you can focus on the view that really matters. Chevrolet, together let's drive. Learn more about Chevy Trucks at Chevy.com. Safety or driver assistance features are no substitute for the driver's responsibility to operate the vehicle in a safe manner. Read the Vehicle Owner's Manual for important feature limitations and information.
Welcome back to Rams Up, your favorite LA Rams podcast. We are part of the Fans First Sports Network. You can follow us on our YouTube channel as well, at LA Rams Up. I'm your host, Mark. I'll be joined occasionally by my football gurus, Paul and Ian. Let's get to it. Welcome back, everybody. This is my recap of the Rams' 24-18 loss to the Bears in Chicago. This was just one of those games. You had this sinking feeling as the game progressed. Rams should win this game, but they're probably not. There were signs, weren't they? Sometimes I give up on the Rams too early and I regret it. This time I tried to hang with them. I tried to feel the mojo for our Rams, but it just didn't happen. And by the way, in case you missed it, check out our post-game reaction, Paul, Ian, and I sharing our thoughts right after the game. That's on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/@LARamsUp, and make sure you subscribe and like those videos. The corresponding pod is also out. Once in a while, the Rams play games like this where they just do enough things wrong to kind of give a game away. Hey, credit to the Bears, especially their defense. Their offense came through a couple times for them. And you know what? The Rams' offense actually moved the ball really well all game long. Just a weird game. Kind of reminded me of the Rams' loss to the Steelers in 2023, another game where the Rams pretty much dominated the stats, came out of the half with the lead, and then Matthew Stafford throws that interception deep in his own territory to TJ Watt, and the Steelers squeeze out a win that they really didn't deserve. And I kind of feel the same way about this one. Rams should have won this game, but just enough big plays going against the Rams. Rams fall to 1-3. They host Green Bay. Is it over for the Rams? Heck no, it is not. Remember, they have played 3 road games, only 1 home game. They need to fix things really quickly, get to 2-3, and they can beat the Packers. Just need to come and play a complete game on offense and defense. Feel like the offense is playing really well, just not closing the deal in the red zone. And the defense, for stretches, plays really well. And then all of a sudden, they have failures. They miss tackles, blown assignments, penalties, and kind of hand points to the other team. At the same time, got to be really excited about some of our young players on offense and defense, especially Jared Verse. Man, how many times can you come so close to making a big play on the defensive end, a sack, quarterback pressures and such, and kind of come away empty-handed, kinda? Man, Jared Verse is a player, though, as is Braden Fisk. Seeing the signs of it, haven't seen the fruition of it quite yet, not like we'd like to, but something to be excited for Rams fans. Let's get through what ended up being a fairly frustrating first half. Rams won the toss and deferred, picked up a quick first down, and then Quentin Lake made a strong play on that tight end screen. Rams got the ball at their own 5-yard line and put together a nice drive, moved the ball pretty well, as they did all day, really, except for those last 2 drives. Parkinson converted a 3rd and 6. Demarcus Robinson for 19. Another first down to Jay Witt. This was a drive where Stafford, under pressure, made that slick play, flipping it to Colby Parkinson for a nice little gain. But a sack stalled that drive. Rams ended up settling for a 46-yard field goal by Joshua Carty, go up 3-0. Got the ball back at their own 26 after a big Torrey Taylor punt. Rams were able to drive for another field goal. This was the drive where they had the interception in the end zone that was reversed, but Rams still had to settle for the second Joshua Carty field goal, go up 6-0. And this is reminiscent of some other games in recent history with the Rams just stalling in the red zone. Overall, they've been very good getting it into the end zone, but on this day, not so much. So 6-0, Bears' third possession deep into the second quarter. Braden Fisk gets to Caleb Williams on a third down play, causes a fumble. Bears recover, of course. That's how it's been going for the Rams, and they have to punt it away. But on the Rams' first play from scrimmage, Stafford is sacked and fumbles, and the Bears recover. So they get the short field, the Rams' 16-yard line, and punch it in 3 plays. Roschon Johnson scoring. And in a game the Rams must feel like they should be winning, they are down 7-6. The Rams' fourth possession of the first half, starting at their own 30. Jordan Whittington, a catch to the 47, and then a play-action pass to Tutu down to the Bears' 30. Rivers picks up another first down, and then inside the 2-minute warning, Joshua Carty misses his first field goal, the first miss of his career. Bears get the ball back and are able to add a field goal to go up 10-6 at halftime. There is a big play on that drive. Caleb Williams to DeAndre Swift. So halftime, Bears 10, Rams 6. Halftime stats, Rams total yards 159-97 for the Bears. They have the edge in passing yards. They have the edge in rushing yards. Matthew Stafford 11 for 16 for 122 yards. Caleb Williams averaging over 4 yards per carry, 8 carries for 34 yards. And Jordan Whittington, 5 catches for 46 yards, really winning in every category, but that sack of Matthew Stafford and the fumble, giving the Bears the short field, extremely costly, and the Rams are up against it. Rams' first possession of the third quarter, they pick up pretty much where they left off, move the ball really well, have to settle for another field goal, though, to close the gap to 10-9. And the Rams' defense really has their first complete failure of the day, giving up a long drive to the Bears, culminates with a touchdown pass to DJ Moore, Christian Roseboom in the coverage. That is a mismatch. Bears go up 17-9. And the Rams answer. Matthew Stafford to Whittington for 16. A play action to Tutu for 25. Kyron on the stretch play, 14 yards, and they're down to the Bears 8. And Kyron scores to make it 17-15, and Rams have a dilemma here. Go for 2 or kick the extra point. Going for 2 is the smart move. You just can't give up another touchdown, right? So the Rams go for 2 and fail. And sure enough, the Bears turn around and go 6 plays, 70 yards. DeAndre Swift with a 36-yard run for the touchdown. And now the Rams find themselves down by 9, and that's a bad number to be down by. We're into the fourth quarter now. Rams drive for another field goal. Joshua Carty hits the 50-yarder, closes it to a one-score game, 24-18. Quentin Lake comes up with a sack on the Bears' next possession. Big punt of 66 yards pins the Rams back at the 8-yard line again, and they go 3 and out. First time they've really been stymied on offense completely. But the defense does get the ball back for the Rams. Bears punt with 1:13 left. Matthew Stafford under pressure throws the interception, and game over essentially. 24-18 Bears. Back in a second with some additional thoughts, final stats, all that good stuff. Some final stats for you. The Rams won the battle of time possession, 31 minutes to 29. Rams had more first downs, 21-17. Rams were 5 of 11 on third down. Bears only 3 of 9. Total yards, Rams had the edge, 322-264. Rams ran more plays. Rams had more yards per play. Rams had more passing yards. Rams had 12 less rushing yards than the Bears. A lot of that had to do with that big run by DeAndre Swift. Both teams pretty even on the yards per rush. Rams 4.6, Bears 4.7, and that might have been the biggest failure for the Rams all day long, is shutting down the Bears' running game. Red zone efficiency, and this is where it really broke in the Bears' favor. Rams 1 for 4, Bears 2 for 4. Bears piled up the penalties, 10 for 84 yards, although they got away with a couple of hits on Matthew Stafford. If anybody in this league should be getting those calls, you think it'd be Stafford, but that's not the case. And of course, the Rams had the 2 turnovers, the one at the end, somewhat inconsequential. The one at the start of the second half, though, really costly. Statistically for the Rams, Kyren Williams rushed for 94 yards, a 4.9 average. Ronnie Rivers, 6 for 26 yards. Tutu Atwell, pretty good day's work, 4 receptions for 82 yards. Jay Witt, Jordan Whittington, 6 for 62. Demarcus Robinson, 2 for 37. Parkinson, 4 for 33. Kyren, 4 for 10. Tyler Johnson was targeted once, did not have a catch. Rams went to 11 personnel for most of this game, so we didn't see as much of Hunter Long. He did not have a target. On the defensive side, Roseboom led the way with 11 tackles. Reeder had 7. Lake had 6. Lake, Fisk, and Hoyt all had sacks. Man, Jared Verse is getting so close. It is incredible. He is a player. He's just not racking up the stats, not finishing. That's all going to come, though. Let's get through my fearsome 4 big plays of the game. And in this case, I'm going to talk about the 4 plays the Bears made, or shall I say the Rams didn't make, that led to this Bears victory. Fearsome big play number 1, pretty obvious, that sack and fumble. Matthew Stafford getting sacked and turning the ball over to the Bears at the Rams' 16-yard line. Again, reminded me of that TJ Watt play last year. Kind of the same deal. Hand the Bears 7 points. Pretty devastating. That was clearly the biggest play of the game. And I'll also throw in that pass interference on Tre'Davious White allowed them to set up at the 1-yard line, punch it in for the touchdown. And my third big play was that missed 43-yard field goal by Cardi. Now, the Rams could have had 3 points there. I get it, but it also set the Bears up for a late field goal. 1:05 left in the half. Rams miss out on 3 points, and the Bears cash it in for 3 points of their own and go up 10-6 at half. Could have easily been 9-7 Rams. Fearsome big play number 4 was that run by DeAndre Swift for the touchdown, 36 yards. Just too easy. Can't give up big plays like that on the ground, especially against a team that has really struggled on the ground, moving the ball on the ground. Rams' run defense left something to be desired in this game. One of my keys was to shut it down completely, lock them down, and for much of the game we did, but there are some gashes there, and this was the big one. That was kind of the backbreaker after the Rams had missed the 2-point conversion, which would have been my 5th biggest play of the game. Rams missed that 2-point conversion, and you're thinking, that's okay. Just don't give up a touchdown to the Bears. Force them to kick a field goal at best, and we give up a 36-yard run through the heart of our defense for a big touchdown for the Bears. You know, players of the game, I don't feel like giving one out, really. I call out a couple guys that seem to have pretty good games. One would be Quentin Lake. The guy is flashing constantly, had a big sack, could have been a game changer, made a good play on an early screen play, forced a Bears punt, and third on the team in tackles, one of the top tacklers in the league at this point. Braden Fisk and Jared Verse appeared to have good games too, as did Kobe Turner. But I will reserve judgment on everybody else until I get Ian and Paul's inputs. They'll look at some game film and get back to us. That'll be coming up on the round table. And if I'm going to throw shade on anybody, I'm not going to throw shade on Joshua Cardi for missing the one kick, the first kick of his career. I will say I'm not going to put the blame on the hold, not getting those laces quite right, as Mark Sanchez pointed out. That kick was nowhere near getting close to the uprights. Whether it was the laces or the wind, I don't think it was either. It was just a bad kick. And I have to say, kind of worried about Cam Kinchens. He has shown up on film in a bad way a little bit too much on that 136-yard run, for example. And Jared Verse, as good as he is, needs to work on taking better angles at times. But hey, that's all I'm saying negative-wise when it comes to Jared Verse. I think he's a future Pro Bowler. Guy looks like a stud. So glad he's on our side. Just need to see more sacks, more numbers, and I'm telling you, they are coming. I don't know when, but they're going to come, and they're going to come in bunches probably. As far as my rookie watch, well, I already talked about Verse and Fisk and Kinchins. Jordan Whittington, really nice day. I don't think he's quite the level of Puka Nacua or Cooper Kupp, but he's a pretty darn good receiver. Blake Corum didn't get any snaps as far as I could see, and Bo Limmer held it down at center. Rams' running game was actually moving pretty good for most of the game. Again, we'll see what Ian and Paul had to say about that rookie, Bo Limmer, and Joshua Carty. Hey, he hit a 50-yarder, missed a kick. Overall, very happy with our rookie kicker. Let's review my fearsome 4 keys to the game that I laid out a couple of days before the game. Number 1 was mix it up on offense. You know, they were running different types of running plays again, getting a lot of different receivers involved. Colby Parkinson, Demarcus Robinson, Tutu Atwell, Jordan Whittington, Kyron Williams, all getting involved in the passing game. Ronnie Rivers contributing on the ground. So I think we were okay. I think we did a good job of achieving that. Fearsome key number 2 was shutting down their running game, and I thought we could have, except for 2 or 3 big runs that really hurt us. I'm going to have to say we failed on that. And fearsome key number 3, closed the deal on the pass rush. We did have 3 sacks, had 2 that were erased by penalties. So overall, I'm going to say we did okay there. Not a complete success. Should have had 5 or 6 sacks, to be honest with you, but still not disappointed, that's for sure, in our pass rush. And fearsome key number 4, don't let their receivers go hog wild. And we didn't. We kept them in check pretty much the whole game. In fact, the Rams held the Bears' 3 big wide receivers, Moore, Allen, and Odunze, to 7 catches for 51 yards. DeAndre Swift had 7 for 72, however. So if asked to summarize this loss to the Bears in Chicago on Sunday, in a nutshell, it'd come down to that fumble deep in the Rams' end by Matthew Stafford at the start of the second half, allowing DeAndre Swift to gash us at a critical point in the game, and not being able to finish in the red zone on even one of those first 2 drives. Well, back to LA now to face the Green Bay Packers at SoFi Stadium, Sunday afternoon game. The 1-3 Rams will try to get to 2-3, which would be an incredible accomplishment at this point in the season, given everything that's happened. Go into their bye 2-3 and maybe get some guys back. Not convinced they have what it takes to beat the Packers at home, opening up as 3.5-point underdogs. Ian, Paul, and I will get together on the Wednesday night roundtable. Some final thoughts on this game. Not that we want to, but we have to. And then we'll get into that Rams-Packers game at SoFi. That's going to do it for this episode. Remember, you can reach us at ramsuppodcast@gmail.com. And don't forget about our YouTube channel. Our handle is at laramsup.com. Till next time, keep the horns up, stay safe, and have fun out there.
Hey everyone, it is Ryan Seacrest here. Ready to heat up your summer vacation? Get ready, things are about to get sizzling at Chumba Casino. Your summer getting a whole lot hotter with a special daily login bonus waiting just for you. So sign up now for Reels of Fun and Reels of Prizes right here at Chumba Casino with yours truly. Join me at ChumbaCasino.com and dive into a summer of social casino fun.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply.